Hello everyone, my name is Yatee and today we are going to discuss about food for plants. So let's start. Green plants make their own food, therefore they are known as food producers. The food they make for themselves provides food to all living organisms. Leaves prepare food for the plants in the presence of sunlight, air, chlorophyll, water and minerals. By the process of photosynthesis. During this process, oxygen is given out, which is used by all living beings for respiration. Now we are going to talk about what is food chain and food web. The food chain and food web are a sequence which shows which animals eat which. Animals that eat plants are known as herbivores. And carnivores, which eat meat or other plants or parasites, get their energy from eating herbivores. So now we are going to talk in detail about what is a food chain. A food chain is a sequence which shows which organism eats which organism and is eaten by which organism. It held in a particular environment. It helps us realize how all the organisms are dependent on each other for survival. Now we are going to talk about this food chain. There should be a particular environment for the food chain. This is a grassland. Plants get energy from the sun then plants produce food. The grasshopper eats the plants. Number 2, the frog eats the grasshopper. Number 3, the snake eats the frog. Number 4, the eagle eats the snake. Number 5, when the eagle dies, fungi break down the body and turn them into nutrients, which is used by the plants to make food again, and the cycle keeps on going. The food chain consists of 4 major parts: sun, producers, consumers and decomposers. The sun. The sun provides energy to all the things on the planet as it is the initial source of energy. Number 2, producers. The producers make up the first level in the food chain. The food chain always usually starts with a green plant. They make food which provides food to all other organisms, and somehow or the other, all living organisms are dependent on plants for their food. Number 2, consumers. Consumers are the largest part of the food chain. They consume plants, and herbivores eat plants and carnivores eat herbivores for energy. There are 2 types of consumers: primary and secondary consumers. Primary consumers are herbivores and secondary consumers are carnivores. Number 4, decomposers. Decomposers are organisms that get energy from the dead or waste organic material. Decomposers are an important part of the food chain as they convert organic waste material into inorganic waste materials, which enriches the soil or land with nutrients. Decomposers, with the help of bacteria and fungi, regain the nutrients in the soil, which helps the plant make food, and the cycle goes on. Now let's talk about food web. Many interconnected food chains form a food web. The food web is similar to a food chain but is comparatively larger than a food chain. So here you can see the example of a food web. As you can see, there are many food chains over here, such as this, or like this. You can see how they are connected. So now it's time for facts from Yatee. Number 1, the food chain follows a single path while a food web follows multiple paths. Number 2, consumer is the largest scale in the food chain as it contains all the living organisms. Number 3, decomposers are the last stage of a food chain. Number 4, the food chain or food web always begins with a green plant. Thank you and Jai Hind.